Hello ladies and gentlemen, and we've already reached the end of this year again. Today, for our video, it's indeed the final video of the year, in front of our truly beautiful backdrop, our display garden. Among other things, we also made a year-end video last year. Today, I'll take you along as we look back at what we've done, what we've experienced, and what we have planned for the upcoming next year. So I just say, let me start briefly. This year, at the beginning of the year, we really had a tough time. It's been a demanding year so far. We jumped right back into the new year at full speed. We released a lot of app updates and, as mentioned, introduced many new protocols as well. As I said, regarding the protocols, we currently have the writing protocols specifically designed for Scania K, and by now we also have SSS and the very new S control units as well. What unfortunately hasn't worked in our favor this year are the brand new EMSHN control units. They simply don't work with the new cybersecurity update, but we are already diligently working on finding a solution for that.
Those are the ones with the display, with the gen display?
The ones with the digital display, we're currently working on those, but I'll say more about that in a moment. Those are also the new Mercedes protocols. So everything related to cybersecurity has changed a lot, including the control modules, because of course the law came out in the middle of the year and the manufacturers had to react. So a lot has changed technically. As you've undoubtedly seen, this year we truly tackled our hooded truck project, or rather, we finally finished it in the end. That's precisely why we're sitting here right now, and that's exactly what this final comprehensive video is all about.
As always, just before the Truck Grand Prix on that very day, we were still installing the pipes.
You know, my older hooded truck has quite old technology. I even considered it because we also tried to flash car line. We developed a brand new adapter, which I'm using right here. For example, this is our new Schaknat adapter, which even supports K-line, because we actually considered developing this new adapter for the older MP or the older Scanias. That was truly one of our greatest achievements this year, because people who have dealt with complex development like this before will certainly know exactly what I mean. It might not look like much on the surface, but the intricate hardware planning was still very, very complex indeed. We meticulously built the adapter to be extremely reliable in every single aspect, incorporating all kinds of essential blocking diodes. So for example, if a customer were to inadvertently cause a short circuit, there are self-healing fuses safely inside. In theory, as long as you don't physically run over the adapter with a vehicle, you really can't easily break it, which is an important detail to mention. You can clearly see it here. This is the protective packaging. This is precisely what it looks like, complete with a QR code on the back. That was undoubtedly one of the biggest hurdles we faced this year. The significant advantage of the new adapter is simply that it connects automatically and seamlessly, which is a very big improvement over the old Optic GX.
Advantage?
Exactly, because we really had a significant number of customers who hadn't used it for quite a long time, and then they promptly called us and asked, hey, how exactly did that work again? Was it Bluetooth connectivity or something else entirely with the adapter updates? So that was truly a very great achievement, and I consistently noticed that people genuinely love it, especially in terms of its impressive speed and remarkable stability. We haven't received any complaints at all, I really must emphatically say, and people just absolutely love these adapters. So as I previously mentioned, that's truly fantastic, absolutely fantastic, indeed fantastic. That made me happiest in the year 2024, that it functioned so exceptionally well. We also thoroughly updated the protocols again, and we significantly improved the Iveco ones as well. Exactly, and of course, from a comprehensive development perspective, we also diligently worked on the crucial carline bench solution that we had meticulously planned, but that goes a little too much into intricate detail now. However, it's fully included and integrated within the adapter. Our primary and overarching goal, as you undoubtedly know, especially regarding our robust truck or even the accompanying trailer, was to effectively get the persistent pressure issues completely under control. You know yourselves, the truck used to be a plain white. We completely and thoroughly repainted the entire armor from.
We also completely rebuilt it. The paint was actually in pretty good condition, but when you take a much closer look over time, of course, on a classic vehicle like this, you inevitably start to see where, for example, a screw firmly holds some plastic in place, and then the fiberglass, or I truly think it's fiberglass, or yes, the plastic material gets slightly cracked. Uwe and Henry meticulously repaired all of that, carefully sanded everything down, and then gave it a truly top-notch paint job. And Mogart put it all back together beautifully. He did the bodywork beforehand, and the sound is really quite fun with this particular vehicle.
That's why I say, for me, this was also an emotional thing this year. I thought it was really awesome. I wanted to thank the guys again, also the company Hungsberg and Flori and Mosegard for the amazing job they did on the rebuild. As I said, also the people who did the lettering and stickers, the company Hallinger Werbe Design, they supported us really, really well. You know yourself, without the team, we couldn't have pulled it off. It was really...
We were here working until 2 in the morning. Peter coordinated everything around us, and we were wiring up the electrics underneath. The Hasslinger team from the advertising technology company were still putting stickers on the truck and the trailer until 2 in the morning. But you can really see what you can accomplish when you have the right people there. That was a lot of fun.
That's precisely how it is. And as I said, what truly touched me was when we were all standing around at the Drug Grand Prix and everyone came over, everyone was enthusiastically taking photos. There was this very young boy there because his father had specifically asked me if he could kindly let his son rev the powerful engine of my truck. Of course, I immediately said yes, without hesitation. Yeah, his ultimate dream was to rev the powerful engine of a magnificent truck like that, specifically a classic bonneted truck, and he just absolutely didn't want to get out of the driver's seat anymore. Of course, I really love that because I've been diligently optimizing various trucks for a very long time now, but I never had the opportunity to own my very own truck. And as I said, I finally fulfilled that personal dream for myself after a remarkable 24 years, you truly have to say. This year, we also successfully hired a fantastic new employee, Julian, but unfortunately, he's not in the video right now. He always has to work diligently. You know exactly how it is. Not everyone is always in front of the camera. That's precisely why I say we've slightly increased our dedicated staff again. We're also actively looking to hire someone specifically for essential administrative tasks, such as comprehensive bookkeeping and managing our accounting systems, because the workload is just getting more and more extensive. And of course, that's undoubtedly one of the most important and crucial aspects of the entire company. This year, we also went to Vogel again, down at Blue Dash, which was incredibly cool. We were in Austria for a little bit, and I even personally drove a much longer distance myself with the impressive bonneted truck.
The driver's license, we had it this year.
With a truly huge amount of excitement, you could certainly say. It was really quite cool with the customer, especially in Austria and Switzerland, where we have a significant number of valued customers. We also met quite a few interesting Italians, which was indeed very interesting. It was absolutely great to take the necessary time to thoroughly exchange ideas and perspectives.
Long-time customers as well, and we've made many new contacts. There's always something exciting happening. You can really tell that the online shop is being used more and more frequently. Suddenly you get a notification on your phone from Shopify that someone from France has placed an order or someone from Norway. That's really quite cool, and it's a lot of fun when those orders come in. Then you really know, okay, it's truly worth it to keep going. People are accepting the product, and they're also spreading the word that there's a product like the app.
But what's also cool, and what we really owe most of our success to, is advertising, especially on Instagram and Facebook. That's mainly your area, and you do a really great job with it, but it's fun, yeah. You can see it. By now we have almost number followers on Instagram in such a short time. It's really nice for me to see that. Even though the IKW industry is kind of a niche, there's still so much interest in it. I also think it's really cool that we're doing something in this field because you get some feedback or confirmation that it's worth continuing in this area. What else is there?
What has also gone really well this year is that all of a sudden we've been getting a ton of inquiries about construction and agricultural machinery for whatever reason. There have even been weeks where we're doing 40 tractors. Of course, most of them are dark green, but there are a lot of agricultural machines and also construction equipment, especially Caterpillar. We get weekly inquiries about cranes. That's a really cool niche because you get to work with vehicles you always dreamed about as a kid, just looking at them in books, and now you can actually test drive them. You can gradually get more involved in it, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's also quite clear that the entire construction process is more difficult, of course.
Exactly.
People also pay much more attention to fuel consumption there. You absolutely have to say that, of course. Sure, we've greatly expanded our product portfolio. We've always meticulously made construction machinery. We've always carefully made tractors. But now we are doing much, much more, especially if you look at our recent posts, particularly within the agricultural sector and so on. We are doing much, much more because that's truly where you can effectively save fuel. And yes, of course, it's always only in times of significant crisis. Diesel could potentially be back at 2.50 tomorrow. And obviously, our innovative product really plays directly into the customer's hands, allowing them to confidently say, yeah, I can actually genuinely save something substantial here.
Yes, the modular system that the manufacturer uses, they build everything around it, order an engine from manufacturer X, Y, and then install it. But the engine doesn't really know how it's actually supposed to work, and that's where the boss comes in.
This year we've also finished quite a few things. As I said at my workshop, I'm investing here. We had the ceiling radiant heating installed upstairs and our extraction system for the test bench with the exhaust gases and so on. It's important to me that my employees, or for myself, that we always work here under good conditions.
In a t-shirt when it's minus 20 degrees outside.
Exactly, you know, gas costs absolutely nothing. Like I said, it's really quite cool. I didn't even know that you could combine it with both hydrogen and electricity. It's a very special kind of heating system indeed. It truly makes it wonderfully nice and warm. These are the dark radiators. We finished installing those completely this year as well. Sure, it's not exactly cheap, but it's more of a significant long-term investment for the future.
Exactly, and especially with the option that you can still use other available energy providers if you want to.
Exactly, and I have to say, as far as the hall goes, we've actually finished everything completely now, including our foyer. I should also mention that next we're going to tackle our company video so that we have that looking sharp too, so people can get an impression of the company. That was really a big relief for me to finally have that behind us, because of course I'm a bit of a perfectionist. For me, everything always has to be spotless, no cables sticking out anywhere, everything tidy and nice and clean.
Everything looks white.
It's just that, well, I always say the eye is part of it, and it shows in a way how you approach your work. It's important to me that this comes across, that we really try to deliver the most perfect work possible here. We also get confirmation from our customers when we've been there, whether it's about cleanliness and thoroughness, or when we measure things on the test bench, that this is really appreciated.
It's not always that easy what we do. Sometimes it happens that you have to go there twice, but it's just a special way of working on engine control units. It's not like just stacking one stone on top of another. It's something special, and we simply have to show that to the outside world. What we mustn't forget, this year there was Schaknat beer.
At the Drag Prix, you also saw the Schaknat cans. You don't have to get those either.
Yeah, I'll just grab one real quick, just a moment.
I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, it's not even 2 p.m. yet, or actually the first one should already be empty by now.
Well, like I said, we're sitting here right now, and we even have our very own Schaknat beer, of course. We didn't actually need our own beer. We had a fantastic brewery from Kitzingen specifically make us a delicious light beer, and we even thoroughly taste tested it. Back at the Drag Prix event, people were literally snatching it right out of our hands. It was honestly really quite funny, in any case, I must say.
For sure, yeah.
I mean, others have energy drinks and stuff. I'm not really into that, but you guys know that yourselves.
For the kids, iced tea.
Yeah, so it went over really well with people. I thought it was a funny idea. I had seen it at another client's place that they had something like that done. So, as I said, at next year's Drag Grand Prix, we'll have it again. Now, as for the new year, we've analyzed the past year a bit. And for the new year, what we're definitely going to do, because of the cybersecurity topic, is that, especially with Scania, Volvo, Renault, all the new models, we'll be able to unlock them via the app. So by March, our product will be ready.
Finally, you can do it via the app.
Long time. People have been asking about this all the time. So basically, starting from March, everything will work again. We're thoroughly testing the software again from January with the new updated models. Fundamentally, not much has significantly changed, but of course, when it comes to cybersecurity, the programming cycles and security standards are much higher. We had to completely reprogram it so that, as usual, it runs smoothly and efficiently on the older models too. Sure, it was a real considerable effort, a significant milestone to get it fully working again. Of course, I get numerous requests, we get endless requests. We ourselves, the new scanners, they're all accustomed to having the application and naturally want to have the application now too. And currently you can't deliver it because, well, what we've done also has its very important reasons. Of course, cybersecurity is specifically designed so that no one from outside can access it, for example, so that someone in America can't simply log in and say, I'm going to drive my truck into the guardrail on the right, so it's better protected. But for us, of course, we want
not to drive into the guardrail, we want to improve fuel consumption.
We want to save fuel. That's precisely what people genuinely expect from us. That's why I said we absolutely have to go full throttle so we can quickly and efficiently finish developing this important product again, which we've now successfully managed to do. Of course, Jana, for us it's going to be full throttle once more right away, especially with the exciting new things we're planning to release in March. Since the app has been so incredibly well received for trucks, we thoroughly thought about it, and I've met one or two really good people, especially for Audi and VW vehicles. So we're now going to proudly offer the very same product for passenger cars, which will be officially called Diesel Plus. With this innovative app, we'll comprehensively cover everything within the Audi and VW group, anything diesel related, such as the popular 2-liter, 3-liter TDI and 1.6-liter TDI engines. There will be a brand new dedicated app for that. People have often asked us if something similar exists for passenger cars, and we'll also do it for Mercedes diesels and perhaps even for BMW diesels as well. But you know yourselves, I am fundamentally a diesel guy. Diesel technology is truly what we do best. We deeply understand the engine. We know exactly how it all works. And that's precisely why we said we'll do the same for passenger cars, because it just works so incredibly smoothly and effectively for trucks. Don't forget, we've been diligently making the app for trucks for 3.5 years now. And on average, we easily flash 3 trucks a year with the app. Of course, with passenger cars, there's a whole different and much larger potential because our valued customers, many of them have Passats for their field work too.
VW buses time and again.
Exactly, and that's why I say you always see them, you know yourself, that's more your area.
Yeah, every day here we have passenger cars. Right now, what do we have? It's 1 p.m. and later 2 more Audis are coming, an A and another A. VW is everywhere, so the VW group is represented everywhere since Skoda and everything else are included. And the engine is used incredibly often. And it's often like this. A driver thinks what we do is cool, is enthusiastic about his truck, and we're not squeezing out the maximum with the passenger car. We just get a bit more torque at the lower end, so the engine simply runs stronger and more pleasantly, shifts up earlier, fuel consumption goes down, and above all, wear and tear is sustainably reduced.
But I say we'll go down 2 paths and offer both options. With the adapter, it will work the same way, but there will be a separate app for that, so things don't get mixed up. And people know that the Schaknat app remains the truck app and the Diesel Plus app is the Diesel Plus app, but it will work exactly the same in terms of structure and also with reading and clearing error codes, which is becoming more and more interesting for people. Reading and clearing error codes, if there are little things like with some cam sensors where condensation forms, you can quickly clear an error without always having to go straight to the workshop. That's obviously a real added value for people.
Absolutely. A family man on vacation somewhere in Croatia, relaxed, and suddenly he wants to drive and gets an engine error. Why?
At least, well, you can diagnose it.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's something serious and you need to go to a workshop, or maybe it's just something sporadic.
Can I make it home to my regular workshop?
Exactly, and those are the kinds of things. There will always be separate videos about that when we promote the product or show it again, explaining how the process works. But we'll do all of that starting in March. We're going full throttle in January, February, and March. And then I hope that by March we'll have a top product ready.
Definitely then.
So, as we come to the end, I just wanted to thank you all again for this great year with you, our customers, for the amazing year and everything we've experienced. It's really been fantastic, especially meeting customers at the trucker meetups, Trucker Prix, and down in Vogel. It was honestly a lot of fun. You know yourselves, none of this would be possible without you, our customers. That's why I want to wish,
of course, the whole team here,
our company, the entire family as well. We truly wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. I sincerely hope you get to enjoy a few personal days. You know, this year was indeed a tough one, again, economically challenging. I know the construction industry was quieter for everyone, so it's always incredibly important to me. Making money is one thing, but at some point it's truly about the human side, that at the end of the year you take a moment to reflect, to look back and to be genuinely grateful. I am truly grateful that even though the economy was so sluggish, we still received so much trust from our valued customers, and that so much still happened. So once again, thank you very, very much for that. Also, for our customers, I had these cool little trucks specially made as a small thank you, because there are delicious Lindor chocolates inside.
Lindor detergent.
Yes, Lindor balls, that's what they're called. For those who know, we had a cool truck made as a small token of appreciation for our customers. Most have already received it or will still get something. So I'd say, let's say goodbye for this year. As I said, we wish you a happy new year because I don't think we'll hear from each other again before then. So I'd just say we'll catch up again fresh in the new year for sure. So we wish you all the best. Take care. Have a good time. Ciao.